Hello and welcome. This is your 9 p.m. daily quiz. I hope all of you are doing good. I welcome you to today's session, a place where we discuss the most important news stories for the day from the prelims exam point of view by converting them into prelim specific questions and then discussing them. If you're new here, do hit the like and the subscribe button before we move ahead. Also, yesterday, based on a lot of requests that I was getting from students, I have launched a new program. This is your personal mentorship program specifically for Prelims 2025. I was already running a mains answer writing guidance program. Now I have also launched a specific program to mentor you for the Prelims exam. This is an individual one-on-one guidance program. You will not be part of any batch. Under this program, I'll be personally mentoring you, keeping a check of your progress by understanding where your preparation stands right now, making a specific study plan for you, creating targets for you for fortnightly basis, and then testing whether you are able to achieve those targets or not. We'll have a fortnightly conversation to keep you on track, and we'll also make sure CSAT etc. are all covered. If you need any help with any study material, any additional source, I'll be happy to share that also as a part of this program. This has started now, it has been rolled out. You can enroll by going on my app and registering for the course. This will go on till the prelims exam is here. So we'll be with each other for almost an year. We will be together till your prelims journey is in the process. If you have any questions about this, feel free to get in touch. You can call, email or WhatsApp. All the details about my communication are given in the description of the video. Also, the batch number 2 for PSIR has now been rolled out. There are admissions that are open. People are taking advantage of that. So if you are not able to join the batch number 1, if you want to still continue with your PSI preparation journey, make sure that you go here and register for this course as well. This is specifically designed to cover the entire PSIR syllabus as soon as possible. Let's begin with question number 1 then. Consider the following statements. Number 1. Presently, several medicines already approved by other regulatory authorities in the US, UK and EU are not immediately available to the Indian patients because of certain regulatory requirements. Means, let's say there's a medicine being sold in the US. If it comes to India, you cannot directly buy it. It first has to go through certain testing. Second, the government has waived the requirement of clinical trials of certain categories of drugs in India if they are now approved in US, UK, Japan, Australia, Canada and the European Union. Third, Rule 101 of the New Drugs and Clinical Trials 2019 allows the DCGI to specify certain countries for considering waiver of clinical local trials for approval of new drugs. How many of these are correct? Now this is a news which is important because recently the government has decided that certain medicines from certain countries, if they're approved there, when they come here, we will not have regular local trials, or we will not ask them to go through trials once again, because it will just increase the cost and it increase their waiting time period. With that aspect, second is correct. So is the first one and so is the third one. The DCGI has a power to decide from which countries do we require the medicines to undergo trial once again in India, and to which countries we can offer them this waiver. So UK, US, Japan, Australia, Canada, European Union, some drugs coming in from these countries have now been given the waiver. The answer thus is C. All the 3 statements here are correct. Indian Express today is carrying this very important article, provisions to skip local trial for certain drugs, how regulators have decided that. On 7th of August, the Drug Controller General of India formalized a pathway to create certain categories of new drugs that will not have to undergo clinical trials in India separately. Next, question number 2. Which of the following nations recently issued its first ever megaquake advisory due to the likelihood of strong shaking and large tsunamis being higher than normal on the Nankai Trough, a subduction zone? There are a lot of hints here. You can think about this country with respect to this Nankai Trough. You can also think about the country which has a lot of earthquakes. Philippines, South Korea, Japan and Taiwan. Which of the countries issued its first megaquake advisory? The answer here is Japan. Japan, one of those countries that is extremely susceptible to earthquake and the tsunami. Japan recently issued its megaquake advisory. The Indian Express is carrying this article about how this area, that is the Nankai Trough, is an area where the quakes may occur on a very, very large scale. The warning thus has been issued. Japan recently had a 7.1 magnitude earthquake, and that is why the tsunami warnings have also been issued. The Nankai Trough is about 900-kilometer long underwater subduction zone where the Eurasian plate collides with the Philippine Sea plate, and it pushes the latter under the former and thus into the Earth's mantle, which leads to a mega earthquake, an earthquake which can be a magnitude of 8 or even larger than 8. Next question, number 3. Consider the following statements with regards to the International Space Station. Number 1. The ISS is a permanent space laboratory orbiting Earth at a distance of about 400 miles. Second, it is continuously manned and has never been left without an astronaut since November 2000. Third, the current record for the longest continuous stay in the sky is held by Russian cosmonaut Valery Polyakov, who spent 438 days at the Mir space station between Jan 94 and March 95. How many of these are correct? Now, it is a lot in the news that a couple of astronauts, including Sunita Williams, are stuck at the International Space Station. The vehicle to bring them back is still not ready. The Boeing vehicle, Boeing says it is ready, but NASA does not trust the Boeing vehicle right now, so they're still working on the vehicle to bring them back. So apparently they will be still in the space for some more months now, because of which this article or this news is being published. First, International Space Station at about 400 miles. No, wrong. It is 400 kilometers and not 400 miles. Second is correct. Since November 2000, at any point of time, there has been at least one astronaut in that space station. Third is also correct. It was before the International Space Station existed. The Russians had something called the Mir Space Station, wherein their cosmonaut held the highest or the largest record for the being in the space continuously. The answer thus is B. Two of these are correct. The first statement here is wrong. That is why the answer is only 2. This is the article in today's Indian Express about how getting stuck in space can have an impact on you. Sunita Williams and Butch Wilmore are the 2 people who are stuck in the space right now. Next is question number 4. Gotipua is a traditional dance form widely seen in which of the following states? Kerala, Telangana, Rajasthan or Odisha. Gotipua is a traditional dance form in which of these states? Think about it. There is a detailed article about this in the Hindu newspaper today. The answer here is Odisha. Odisha is a state where it is widely seen. It is seen as an earlier form to the Odishi dance form. There are a lot of young people, young boys dressing as girls who perform this dance. It has been a part of the old Odisha tradition for a very, very, very long time. Gotipua translates to one boy. It has children trained in singing, dancing, yoga and acrobatics. It is celebrated by many people in Odisha. It is said to form the foundation of the Odishi dance. Next, question number 5. A recent study has found out that Xerogel dressing can help with which of the following? Blood clotting, keeping malaria mosquitoes away, putting stitches without anesthesia, or none of the above. Xerogel can help with which of the following? There's an article in the PIB today about the application of Xerogel. The answer here is blood clotting. Now, blood clotting is extremely, extremely important. So, for example, when you have a wound, when you cut your skin, the blood comes out. If the blood is not clotting, then it will just keep on coming out. You need the blood to clot so that it can actually stop the flow. So, people who are suffering from, let's say, very high blood sugar, they have an issue with blood clotting. The blood does not clot and the blood just keeps on coming out. So you need certain things that can clot your blood so that the flow of the blood is stopped from outside the body. This is where Xerogel dressing can have a major impact. PIB is carrying this news about highly porous Xerogel dressing can save life by clotting blood faster. You can see there has been a significant improvement in blood clotting. So for example, usually when people are in a very bad accident and when there are injuries in the body, the blood is coming out. A lot of deaths are due to blood loss. So this kind of a gel can help in clotting of the blood faster so that the blood flow can be stopped. To end the session, I again have a very important infographic for you for the mains examination. This infographic shows you the rate at which internet subscribers are growing in India. Extremely, extremely fast. March 2024. We had 95.44 crore internet subscribers in India. If you compare this to, for example, let's say March 2014, when we had about 25 crore internet subscribers, there has been a huge jump in the last 10 years. So this is the data coming in from the side of the government itself, extremely important, which you can use in your examination. This brings us to the end of today's session. Do consider checking out the app for all the different courses that I'm offering. And also, if you're new here, do hit the like and the subscribe button. I'll see you tomorrow. Till then, bye-bye. Have a good day. Jai Hind.